It is exactly 9:23 a.m. Welcome back to the program. On standby, we have Lisa Starr. She's an environmental expert and founder of the Helderberg Ocean Awareness Movement. Today, she's going to be talking to us about the public outrage mounting over the seismic survey on the Wild Coast. And obviously, she, as well as all of the people, the local residents in the Eastern Cape, are absolutely up in arms after the Shell company has announced that they will begin blasting the seafloor on the unspoiled Wild Coast. This is from Morgan's Bay outside East London all the way to Port St. John's. This in search of gas and oil deposits. And of course, we're just wondering where and, what's the Department of Environmental Affairs saying about this? Have they been approached? What about the situation of clean energy? Our president has just come back from COP26, and there's big talk about moving towards cleaner energy. The Western countries, a couple of the Western countries, have pledged monies for us as South Africa to go that route. So what on earth is going on? On the one hand, we're accepting money from COP26 to make certain that we go in the right direction. And on the other hand, we are allowing these possible seismic blastings that's going to happen. And then if they do find the gas and oil deposits, that means drilling off the coast of South Africa and the impact on the environment. Lisa Starr, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Welcome, Tom. Thank you for having me.
Lovely to have you here. Is our government speaking with a forked tongue, or are these two totally different issues?
Sorry, I didn't quite get that. Is the government what?
Okay. We know that COP26 has just ended. We know that Western countries have pledged monies to South Africa to move to cleaner energy. Now, I know energy, mining, coal, fossil fuels is one issue, and I know the issue around the blasting of the Wild Coast is another issue, but it's still, all of this still impact on the environment.
Well, any new oil and gas usage just undermines South Africa's climate change commitment. We committed to limiting global warming, so that means no oil and no gas drilling should be allowed. The planned drilling sites are in areas that are untouched, they're brimming with life, and there's even marine protected areas where they want to go on their adventure of destruction.
Now, understand.
Sorry.
Carry on.
So basically, the ocean is a world of sound. So the marine life uses sound waves to communicate, to navigate, to hunt, to find each other. The noise that is going to be made will just send them off on a different course. It will confuse them. And it's actually been found out that it can also lead to immune function disruption and obviously hearing loss. It's just terrible, and it's actually quite laughable that it's even being allowed, especially in an area where there's people that are living in unity with nature and they are working together as one.
Now, what I find very strange is that certain countries in the northern hemisphere, because they are moving and the big talk is around clean energy, I think this is in the Scandinavian countries, they are actually thinking of shutting down their offshore oil rigs and gas rigs. So they're shutting down, but Shell's wanting to come in, dig and drill and do all sorts of tests here off the African coast. Why is that being allowed to happen?
Well, it shouldn't be allowed to happen, should it? But obviously, people are coming here now to take advantage because other people and other countries are refusing. So we all need to stand together and also refuse. Our ocean is just brimming with life here. I mean, I don't know if you watched Seaspiracy, but when they also did the filming in South Africa, we couldn't believe the amount of marine life in our ocean. We've just won an Oscar for my octopus t-shirt. I mean, you know, we need to be kept safe and wild and natural, because nature is making the world go round. And sadly, the problem is that many people have lost their connection to nature, and they're rather thinking about money.
Absolutely. What is the Department of Environmental Affairs saying? Because undoubtedly, you as an environmental expert, you're not only interacting with the local people who are going to be affected off that beautiful coastline.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have engaged with the department. What are they saying about this? What can they do? Is it about big money coming into South African coffers?
Well, the Department of Environmental Affairs and Fisheries are saying that they have had nothing whatsoever to do with this, but it would have been nice and helpful if they'd actually stopped the boat from leaving V&A waterfront, because that would have also been a great thing to do, and they should have actually stopped it. But PASA is the Petroleum Agency of South Africa. They're the ones who issued Shell with their permit. PASA is an arm of Minister of Energy, Gudini Matashi.
So what about the minister? Can we not engage with the Minister of Energy? Again, I'm thinking about money, because obviously for the Shell Oil Company to even carry out the survey, lots of money must have been exchanged.
Well, yes, obviously, because sadly, money talks, but as we know, it's actually the root of all evil, and it's extremely worrying. And he will be approached, no doubt. There's already letters going off as well to Uncle Cyril. I mean, even wearing his climate change badge as well, quite a lot of times when he was speaking. So, you know, he's aware of what's going on. He must be. And he needs to stand up and help and stop this.
Absolutely. I'm really, really surprised that after COP26, we're having a situation like this playing out in South Africa. We know that the world, car manufacturers all around the world are busy testing their electric cars, suggesting that the days of possibly, petroleum, petrol, and oil is probably coming to an end. I don't know, and you're still having this type of activity that's going on. Where are you guys, your movement, and other interested parties? How far down the line are you people in terms of stopping this from happening?
Okay. Well, I think there's lots of different movements that are all working together and hitting it from different angles. I've actually got together a few protests as well, and joined a few protests against this. I've also contacted David Attenborough as well this morning, because as we're speaking, the boat is chugging on past Port Alfred and on its way to Morgan Bay, which is sickening. I really thought it would have been stopped by now. So now we're really grasping at straws and hoping that people from other countries will step in and help us. Prince William also has a lot of connections here within South Africa. So we will just be following stuff up, doing what we can, creating awareness on social media, getting everybody on board, because the more people which help, then the bigger voice we are.
Absolutely. We really do support you in this endeavor of yours. Are there petitions or anything out? What can we collectively as the citizens do to support this initiative of yours?
Yes, There's lots of petitions. They're all on the Helderberg Ocean Awareness Movement Facebook page. Oceans Not Oil and the Green Connection, Extinction Rebellion, everybody is working together to try and put a stop to this. I mean, these shockwave emissions that are going into the Earth's crust, I mean, firing 48 air guns at 200 decibels every 10 seconds, 24/7 for 5 months. I mean, these blasts are 1,000 times louder than a jet engine taking off. It's just so destructive. And who else knows if we're not going to disturb the Earth's crust as well, and we could end up with tsunamis, earthquakes. I mean, it just leads to so much devastation, and also on the people of the wild coast who are living off the ocean and the tourism there. I mean, you only have to Google Nigeria oil and go and see what a mess they're in there now. People tapping into it, oil spills, children drowning in oil, oil coming out of the ears and the eyes when they're dying. I mean, it's horrific. And then all the big kingpins come in. You know, I mean, people have been shot recently as well in Nigeria over oil. I mean, we just do not want to be messing with this whatsoever. I mean, we can run quite well here off wind energy and solar energy.
Absolutely, and that's where we leave it. Lisa Starr, lots and lots of support. Undoubtedly, people are going to, go onto your webpage and do the necessary to support your awareness campaign and put a stop for once and for all to the Shell oil company. Go well, take care, and thank you for talking with us.
And it is a Facebook page. It's a Facebook page, not a web page.
Okay, it's a Facebook page.
And please remember that we are all the leaves of one tree and we are all the waves of one sea. Let's rise. Absolutely.
Thank you and good day to you. 9:36 exactly, news and views right here on Solar Media. Next, we're going to be talking to Becky Caesar's editor-in-chief, Mia Malan.
These days, I'm more healthy.